Where is the value going to be created in AI?
That's a great one. So I think the at least in my current thing is there are two places where I can say with some confidence. One is the hyperscalers are do well, right? Because the fundamental thing is, if you sort of go back to even how Sam and others describe it, I mean, like if, intelligence is log of compute, whoever can do lots of compute is a big winner.
Right.
And the other interesting thing is, if you look at underneath even any AI workload, like take ChatGPT, it's not like everybody's excited about what's happening on the GPU side. It's great, but it's like the ratio, like in fact, I think of my fleet even as a ratio of the AI accelerator storage to compute. And at scale, you got to grow it.
Yeah.
And so that infrastructure need for the world is just going to be exponentially growing, right? So in fact, it's manna from heaven to have these AI workloads, because guess what? They're more hungry for more compute, right? Not just for training, but we now know for test time. And as I said, test time, like here's an interesting thing. When you think of an AI agent, it turns out the AI agents is going to exponentially increase compute usage, because you now are not even bound by just one human invoking a program. It's one human invoking programs that invoke lots more programs. And so that's going to create massive, massive demand and scale for compute infrastructure. So our hyperscale business, Azure business, I think that's like, and other hyperscalers, I think that's a big thing.
Yeah.
What is up, Theta homies? It is your boy Justinpacete back again with another Theta token video, another Theta token update. Just a friendly reminder, if you are new to the channel trying to find as much Theta news, updates, NFTs, or any kind of Theta partnerships, please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all the links down below in the description for all the links that you post in this video, as well as staking your Theta tokens to my Guardian node, or staking your TVO tokens if there's room to my Elite Edge node. Either way, help out my channel, help out the Theta network, but overall help yourselves out. Earn as much TFO passively as possible and utilize it however you want on Theta Drop, Open Theta, any of the subchains on Theta network, or just withdrawing it back to your wallet. Really am looking forward to the future of this video, because as you can tell with the headline or like the intro of this video, we're going to talk about hyperscaling. Whoever is going to be able to have the most compute power is a winner, and just seeing how the overall Theta network and how everything's going to be playing out with all the content from this video. I do also want to mention to our sponsor for today's video of Theta Forums, a little bit more on that later. Starting on X, we're going to see here the infrastructure need for the world is going to be exponentially growing. From this video that we saw earlier on, and here's a little bit of a timestamp, I would say I would recommend maybe even starting at like 5:45 just to get the whole idea as to what this individual is saying. This other Theta community member mentioned it here, seeing this little of a podcast, so you can talk about Microsoft's AGI plan in quantum breakthrough. But going overall to what we have with Theta Network, with all the infrastructure that they are building, what Theta Network is building when it comes to partners in institutions, business partners in gaming, as well as the sports world. Who knows where else they are planning on going in terms of other partners and businesses. I'm still very optimistic. Of course, the reason why this channel is continuing to grow, more people are subscribing to the channel, more people are staking to the Theta Guardian node, so it seems like they are still growing, even though it's a little slower than most people may want, but it's still growing. My own opinion, guys, and these videos are never financial advice, but put your own thoughts and comments down below. I do want to mention this as well, because we were talking about hyperscaling. What does that necessarily mean? I did go to Liner, one of Theta's partners, so you can tell that this tool is very helpful for any kind of quick information that you need to be caught up on. At least when I'm using with my daily use, I feel like it's pretty helpful. I'm not even sponsored by Liner. I just like using the tech because it's pretty straightforward and provides you the resources that you need, as well as linking the articles where they're getting their information from. Hyperscalers are large-scale cloud service providers that offer massive computing resources, typically as an elastic cloud platform. They provide cloud computing and data management services to organizations needing vast infrastructure for large-scale data processing and storage. The term hyperscale refers to the ability of a distributed computing environment to rapidly scale in size and computing power. And when I read this, in my own head, I'm thinking Theta Network is building this type of platform for hyperscalability. Again, my own opinion, you're more than welcome to put any counter arguments or any agreements down below. I really am open to any kind of conversation. Do want to mention a couple more things when it comes to Coinbase as well as Robinhood, because later on I'll show you guys a little information if you haven't watched the AMA, a little clip as to what Mitch Liu says about those exchanges. starting off with Coinbase as though it says, breaking, SEC has agreed to dismiss lawsuit against Coinbase. This is giga bullish for crypto. This was posted on February 21st of 2025. Again, this is not financial advice, guys. Definitely please do your own research. Reason why I mentioned this as well because of some of the things I want to highlight, again using Liner's information. SEC's decision to drop the lawsuit against Coinbase signals a potential shift towards a fair regulatory environment for cryptocurrency sector, boosting industry confidence and encouraging engagement between regulators and crypto firms. This move is viewed as a significant win for crypto industry, potentially easing regulatory pressures and fostering innovation. So essentially, when you read this, adopting and accepting crypto for the future technology that it is proposing. Experts suggest the SEC action could lead to resolutions for other crypto entities involving in regulatory disputes. The dismissal of the lawsuit grants Coinbase greater flexibility in listing more tokens and expanding in its operations. Some experts believe this move signals a shift in enforcement priorities, suggesting the Trump administration's disinclination to aggressively pursue crypto-related cases. However, concerns remain regarding the potential for regulatory pendulum swings, possibly leading to less enforcement against crypto scams and related activities. Industry insiders view the dismissal as a turning point, paving the way for the golden age of crypto in the United States. The SEC's shift could foster increased transparency and crypto trust, impacting compliance strategies among cryptocurrency firms. The potential dismissal is seen as a positive signal for crypto IPO candidates, with expectations of rising stock values once institutional restrictions are lifted. The increase signifies investors' confidence in the company's future and overall crypto industry. However, some argue that the SEC's decision is a historic mistake that favors the crypto industry and undermines the agency's role in protecting its investors. So basically it's saying, yes, it's going to have some positive aspects because crypto firms are going to be able to be more accepting, but the only thing is just protecting the investors from making risky investments. But in my own opinion, if you're not understanding the whole landscape of crypto, it's definitely risky. If you don't do your own research, if you're not finding reliable institutions that are backed by certain corporations, I don't know, you got to take responsibility and you can't just blame it on, oh, someone did this and then promised this. But like, I feel like there's so many scams nowadays, so definitely protect yourself. And just do want to mention, like, anything in terms of protecting yourselves, if you have certain questions about anything Theta related, I do want to mention for today's sponsor of Theta forums, so just a quick message from them. If you're trying to find an area where you can discuss, find answers, provide questions for anything Theta related, and have a community be able to help you, Theta forums is a place where you can go. You can see here, this is the questions that are currently listed. Going onto this registration link, you can sign up right here, username, password, and your email. Start your questions here, and if you're able to, provide some answers to help the community. Thank you Theta Forums for sponsoring this video, and now back to the video. So overall, it just means that since the SEC has dropped the case against Coinbase, definitely we'll see possibly in the near future Theta Network being listed on Coinbase, but overall just make sure you're being protected, doing your own research, and investing only things that you are okay with losing in case things do turn out bad. Like I said, as always, these videos are never financial advice. Definitely do your own research. Other thing I do want to mention as well, because it looks like there was another case that was dropped, and that looks like that included Robinhood. So it says the SEC closes investigation into Robinhood crypto without taking any action. So another, looks like this was posted on February 24th of 2025, so both posts are fairly recent in the making of this video, and it's kind of nice because with the tool on X, you have the grok here. If you use it, you can explain what this post means. And I do want to mention a couple things since we're going to talk about Theta Network and how these are related to Robinhood as well as Coinbase, and how Theta Network is connected to both. But overall, starting back with the Robinhood information here, the SEC's decision to close its investigation into Robinhood crypto reparations without action aligns with similar moves involving OpenSea and Coinbase, suggesting a potential shift in the United States regulatory approach toward cryptocurrencies under the Trump administration. This development follows Trump's campaign promise to be a crypto president and his appointment of the Paul Atkins, a crypto-friendly commissioner, to lead SEC, replacing Gary Gensler, who had taken a tougher stance on the industry. Closure may boost investor confidence in Robinhood's crypto offerings, reinforcing its position in its competitive crypto trading market against exchanges like Coinbase, especially the company reported significant crypto trading revenue growth in 2024. Why is this all important? I do want to show you guys the little clip from the ThetaCon 2024 AMA. I believe it was in Las Vegas, so here's just a little quick highlight from Mitch from that event.
Probably a lot of Americans here questioning when US exchanges, when Coinbase. You got to start with number question being when Coinbase? All right, okay. It's top priority for us. We're talking to all the major U.S. exchanges. Can't tell you who, can't tell you when. It's going to be top priority in 2025. We're going to be listed in U.S. exchange. Now, having said that, a little bit of background and context, right? So this is something that we haven't really set out in the past AMAs. Again, a lot of things changed in our opinion and in our legal counsel's opinion specifically. We spent so much money with our lawyers you can't believe. I mean, if I had a second job, I'd be a lawyer, right? Over the years, and they helped us really structure our original token sale in a really proper way with the SEC exemption that we filed, something called 506B and 506C, all the way through the last few years. And we were this close. You remember, we did our integration with Coinbase, Rosetta API. This is announced, I think, in the past AMA. For various reasons, we did not list at that time. But you know what? I think 25. This is a perfect timing. I think we're going to massive bull market. I think Theta. I think Bitcoin is sort of in this state right now that's in a little plateau, but I think it's going to plateau again between 150 to 200. I think. If Theta is sitting at somewhere between 6 and 7, and then if we're able to, then at that point, organize and, a lot of things out of our control, but if the timing works out nicely, we're sitting somewhere around 10, and we get listed, I think that's going to get us to the next level. So I'm super excited. So when Coinbase? And one more note. I don't necessarily think that, and I don't know at this point, but may not necessarily be Coinbase being the first one. So, well, I know. I like Robinhood.
So as you can tell, it looks like Theta Network is going to be potentially, I won't say potentially, I think he said Theta Network will be listed in 2025, but only time will tell if that is true. It is pretty early in the year. I'm hoping for Theta Network to be posted and listed this year of 2025. It is a year of make it or break it for them. That's just what I am thinking. If they don't really pan out with all the things that they are saying in their roadmap of this year, they're definitely going to lose a lot of community members, but so far, institutionally, it looks like they're continuing to grow with partners in sports, partners in esports, institutions in education, and just other laboratories in general using AI. Hard to argue against Theta Network growing, but if the price isn't there for people who aren't able to stay long term, I guess it's certain decisions that you have to make when it comes to investing. So definitely do your own research, guys, and definitely stay safe out there. But overall, that's all I really have for today's video, guys. Thank you so much if you're an OG viewer and subscriber and coming back to the channel. Would not be here without you. If you're a new viewer trying to find as much Theta news, updates, NFTs, or any kind of Theta partnerships, please hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all the links down below in the description for all the links I posted in this video, as well as staking your Theta tokens to my Guardian node or staking your T-Field tokens if there's room to my Lead Edge node. Either way, help out my channel, help out the Theta Network, but overall help yourselves out. Earn as much T-Field passively as possible and utilize it however you want on Theta Drop, Open Theta, any of the subchains on Theta Network, or just withdrawing it back to your wallet. I really am happy to be editing these videos a little bit more fun and as well as informational, educational as much as possible, but also keeping the videos a little more light where you guys can see all the changes that are kind of encompassing all together. The pieces are tying together, at least from what I'm seeing online, is making sense to me. Like I say, as always, comment anything down below if you agree or disagree, or you think I'm just a little crazy. Either way, thank you again for watching the video. Thank you Theta Forums for sponsoring the video. Until the next one, till the next Theta video, till the next Theta update, guys. It is your boy Justinpacete, so try to keep up. Hi, deuces.